Everybody. So today is June 10th, and for lack of a better word, today is 1 month past my heart surgery. We're taking a quick walk to the park to celebrate because I haven't really had the chance to get out and do any kind of real rigorous exercise. And I feel well enough, and it's not so hot that I can't accomplish it. But I wanted to tell you guys, this may or may not be something impressive to you, but I am pretty impressed with myself because, quite honestly, if you had asked me, I guess 25 days ago, fresh, still in the hospital, if this was going to happen within a month, I probably would have said, I don't think so. Not from this bedside. But at this point, I feel like I can walk at a fairly brisk pace without too much overexertion. There may be some huffing and puffing because I haven't done the walk in a while, but I'm already halfway to the park. So that's pretty good. I'll sit with you when I get there. But the thing I'm most noticing at this moment is how good it feels to have the sun on my back. It might be a different story walking home, but I'm feeling good. My scar has completely healed, and by completely healed, I mean, it's not like seeping anymore, which is nice. Okay, I'm going to slow it down a bit. So yeah, not 100% there, but it's certainly a nice feeling. Anyway, my scar stopped seeping, and I feel pretty good. I did bring some ice cold water though. So once I get to sit, then I'll be able to talk a little bit more relaxed. Yeah, it's a strange sensation. Okay. That was a surprisingly vigorous walk. Bear with me. Yeah, let's see what my heart rate got up to. "126 beats a minute just from walking from the house to the park. So I'm going to let that get down to a normal rate, and we can talk. Yeah, there's probably you're going to notice some cuts in this video, which is fine because you don't want to see a heart patient conk out on camera. And I'm not close to that, but at the same time, I do feel like perhaps I was a bit too vigorous, if we're being honest. The only way to find out is by doing it. So yeah, here we are, 30 days past my surgery. I feel like I've turned a corner, for sure. Unfortunately, once I turn the corner, I look ahead and I see something of an uphill journey. It's not going to be easy every day, but it's certainly going to be a challenge. But I'm up for it. I felt that this walk was really necessary, and it feels good to be outside independently. Because believe me, 2 weeks ago, Myra would not have let me do this, nor would I have wanted to, probably. I don't know exactly what I was capable of, but I don't think it would have been walking at least that briskly to the park. So it does make me wonder, for those of you who have also had a CABG procedure, how long did it take you to go for a vigorous walk? And what was that like? Because I haven't gone to any rehab appointments yet. Hopefully, my doctor, my cardiologist, is going to set me up with that tomorrow. But just doing this on my own, I'm looking forward to the exercise routine that they're going to give me. It just feels like I am so ready to get back to normal. And I look at this scar on my chest and I think, I know they did some major stuff to me. And I'm definitely curious where I rank in terms of CABG recovery. And I generally feel like I'm doing better than most people. I've been working full time for the past 3 weeks, doing something I'm really passionate about, and it feels good. And so, and it also may be determined by how old I am. I'm apparently a young CABG patient, which sounds funny to me given my current age. But I don't feel like I don't feel like I'm overly young, but apparently to hear my doctor say it, I'm like a 15-year-old with a heart problem, which, that's nice, especially when they say that I'm recovering quickly. I thought I was going to. It's like I said, it's certainly easier than recovering from a broken leg, but on the back end of that first walk from the house, I'm now realizing I can't just go sprinting down the street with no repercussions. There will be some tiredness. But I'm definitely curious to see, for another 55-year-old, is it just as easy for you? And I'm sure results may vary depending on lifestyle and weight and health overall. But I feel like I'm generally healthy, obviously more healthy than I was before the procedure. But I wonder what other 55-year-olds that are not obese and able to walk around. It's a very small demographic that I'm talking to, because I know not everybody who has this procedure does it voluntarily, firstly, but also is in a health position to be comparable to where I'm at right now. And I don't know what to say to those people, because they've got a higher hill to climb than I do right now. And I recognize that, but you can do it. I really hope you keep trying, and I hope that this is a turnaround for you, because it definitely feels like it's a turnaround for me, even though I feel kind of like I definitely feel like an old man, especially getting winded just walking down the street. It's like this whole walk is less than a quarter of a mile. But it's a good place to start. Maybe if I do this every day, perhaps a bit earlier than 10:30, because it's already, I believe it's like 100 degrees right now, or getting there. I definitely feel like I can do this every day. It's not a matter of, let me take my pills first, let it start working, hopefully the pain will stop, enough for me to do this. I woke up yesterday morning with this plan to do this walk, and I realized I don't need to take pain meds to start my day anymore. They're definitely helpful at night after a full day of moving and stretching and picking up stuff and doing the things that I would ordinarily do. I definitely need some type of pain management at night because I feel like I've turned to stone. Have you ever sat on concrete for too long and when you get up, it feels like the concrete has seeped into your body and you feel like, oh my God, I don't have any flexibility? That's typically what it feels like at the end of my days. And so once I reach a point where I'm like, okay, I can just go to sleep normally, like without having to medicate myself, that's when I know I've truly reached recovery. Cool bike, kid. Very quiet. Anyway, I've been thinking about getting an electric bike. Perhaps not a motorcycle. I definitely want the option to be able to pedal because that's what I need right now. And me just going for electric rides is not helpful to me in the least. It's a very lazy thing to do. Anyway, getting off topic. Once I stop medicating myself at night and can just go to sleep after a nice hot shower and say, okay, I'm down for the day, that's when I know that I'm fully rounding that corner. And it's coming. I know I don't have much more time before they're going to pull me off a lot of these medications that I'm on. Not all of them probably, but the healthier I eat, the healthier I am. The mentality of being conscious of what I'm putting in my mouth and not doing the wrong thing. Like this morning, I had an apple and some water. So this past week was my 31st wedding anniversary, and I overindulged a little bit, but I know that I don't need to do that anymore. And I feel very confident that going forward, it's going to be easier to regulate what I put into my face. And hopefully, for the people that are out there listening, I'd like to be a motivator for you. I'm not going to be able to run a marathon anytime soon. I know this. But me just walking to the park and saying, you can do it too. You might not be able to do it as quickly as I did. And believe me, it was not vigorous, nor was it easy. But with that knowledge in mind, I know that I'm going to go back to the house a little bit slower, a little bit more relaxed. I'm not racing anybody. So I don't have to overexert to impress you. I'm just trying to impress myself. And at this moment, I feel impressive to me. And that feels very nice. Most people don't get a chance to self-reflect and say, yeah, I did it. I walked down the street and made it to the park. But here I am. I'm very happy with it. And now I'm going to have another sip of water. I'm going to take a minute to appreciate this. I may or may not keep recording. Or if I do, it'll be B-roll. And then I'm going to walk back to the house. Perhaps it's not quite 100 degrees yet. Let me actually look. That's a great idea, Oscar. Bravo. It is now 91 degrees. And let's see what my heart rate has gone down to. Hopefully it's back to something reasonable. Come on. 69. That's fantastic. Okay, so 91 degrees, drinking water, 69 beats a minute. I can breathe deeply with no pain. My chest doesn't hurt. It hurts a tiny bit, like 3% when I get to the full inhale. But overall, I am pain-free at this moment, and I love it. I haven't taken any pain meds this morning. I had a nice little fruit breakfast, and I feel good. So I don't want to linger on this video talking to you guys, but at the same time, I did want to showcase how far I've come in these 30 days since my operation. And if you're just starting off on this path, I'd love to be an example of what could be for you, especially if you're going into it voluntarily and you're not in an emergency situation where maybe you've had a heart attack and they needed to do a bypass. That's not ideal, but within my own parameters, where I went into it as an elective surgery, it was elective for me, but my wife insisted that, I was going to do it. So it was prescribed by her. It was more elective for me because, I like spending time with her. And so not everybody's situation is going to be identical to mine. And not everybody is going to bounce back within 30 days like I have. It might take longer, or hell, you might have only spent 2 weeks recuperating and can do this. Good on you. I don't know if I could have done it, but, well, no, I certainly couldn't have. I can just tell you honestly, I could not have done this 2 weeks ago at all. I would have been very unhappy about it. But here I am, as well as I can be, feeling very minimal pain, feeling good about my journey, looking forward to what's coming next, and hopefully this gives you guys who love me an update, because I love you too and I want you to know what's going on with me. And for those of you who don't know me, hopefully I'm an encouraging source of information. Or I haven't really told you anything about the procedure, but here, I'll give you a tiny peek. Not quite completely done, but certainly better than I was before. And I'm nice and dry, which is nice. I don't have any patches on me. I'm not taking any drugs that are making me a little loopy. Feels very nice. So with that, I guess I'm just going to walk back to the house. And we can figure out if I'm going to talk more about my recuperation, because to be quite honest, it's not getting any cooler out here, and I'm wearing long pants. So I'm going to take one more sip of this. Water with lemon, top notch. All right, so let's see. We're going to bring that down a little bit. And then we're going to walk back. So you don't necessarily have to stick around for the rest of this video, but I'm feeling very proud of myself. I feel like I've come a long way in this month, and by the time I get back to the house, I might be a little sweaty. I might be a little hungry too. We shall see, but it's not going to be as vigorous as it was before. I can tell you that much for sure. And so, here's a neighbor of mine throwing away some garbage. It feels really nice to be in the sunshine. Not everybody can do 91 degrees post-heart surgery and walk home with a smile on their face. But it feels really good to be able to